Hi, and welcome back to the podcast. We spoke about pornography and how much our kids are exposed to pornography in the 21st century in 2023, but we actually didn't mention that adults are equally exposed to pornography and they can get addicted and get harmed by the same porn that we're trying to shade our kids from. Before a person uses porn, there's a lead up, a trigger that makes the person start craving it, and a set of ritual behaviors that lead up to actually viewing it. In order to find lasting freedom, the person needs to head pornography off at the source when the person is triggered and before the person starts his or her rituals. Okay, we're going to look at online pornography triggers, things that can trigger your wanting to view pornography. And I'm going to look at it from the online perspective. Mobile apps, follows, subscriptions, movies and documentaries on streaming services like Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube. And then fourth, social media apps like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. These are all triggers. Mobile apps, I don't need to expand that on that so much because the apps that just focus on pornography. And to make it even worse, you have to pay for it. You pay for the trouble. Then you have others who follow or subscribe to channels that broadcast these things, or you have friends who frequent these places and share them on their own platforms, and you follow them. Okay, these are all triggers. Movies and documentaries, again, a paid service. Streaming services like I mentioned, Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube. You get to watch these things, stew on them, whilst paying for streaming services. And then the last, social media apps like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I purposely don't install or haven't installed TikTok on my phone because at first I didn't know how to harden my profile. And so things were being suggested to me that were very colorful. So I immediately uninstalled the app, and I can imagine that anyone who is stuck in this space will want to do the same. So these triggers, you can stop them at source. In fact, the Victory Companion app by Covenant Eyes goes into more detail. In fact, it uses words like amputate the triggers. So cut off the things that trigger you to do these things. I've even had suggestions like you can just buy a normal phone, not a smartphone. And of course, on those, you can't do so much, but the desperate measures for desperate times. And so it's important that you get to a place where you identify the triggers and then halt them. And you halt them by making wholesale changes to your online consumption, online behavior, and all that in general. Okay, I've been your host, Lawrence Edem. Until next week, God bless and goodbye.